Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of 30 Days of Festive Recipes. I hope you are enjoying the series and I hope you've watched the previous ones. If you haven't, please go back and watch the other ones, because in the previous recipes I taught you guys how to do pita pockets. So we want to use those pita pockets to make a starter. We're going to fill them with a delicious chicken filling. So let's get to it. So for our chicken filling, we have chicken breast. Ideally, I prefer using chicken thighs because they're more juicier. They have a bit of fat so that they wouldn't dry out. But chicken breast is also okay. And then for the spices, we're using paprika. By now, you guys know how much I love paprika. Garlic powder. You can also use fresh garlic. Ginger powder. Cumin, some salt, a little oil because this is chicken breast and chicken breast tends to be dry, and then you're also going to use juice from lemon because this is a quick marinade, and acid usually just helps break down the protein so that the marinade can get in there. So I want to cut the chicken into smaller bits just so that it's easier and faster to marinate. Like this is okay. We'll put them in our bowl. We're going to marinate the chicken for, let's say, 15 minutes at most, and that's why I'm cutting them into smaller bits, and also why we're using the lemon juice. You can also use plain yogurt because that also has acid to just help fasten the marination process. Okay, so I'm going to wash my hands and then we'll come back and proceed to marinate the chicken. Okay, so we're going to marinate the chicken with all the spices that I'd mentioned: salt, garlic powder, ginger. Oh, and how can I forget black pepper? Let me get that. I feel like black pepper should be like the base for every marination. It's a basic, it's the mother of all spices. Little cumin. Ginger. Paprika. Then we're going to add a little oil. Squeeze some lemon juice in there. Now, personally, I feel like I have gotten to the point where I'm able to just eyeball salt. But if you're not able to, you can mix this spices on the side, mix everything on the side and taste before adding to your chicken. So we're going to let this sit for about 15 minutes. If you have longer, even better, because then everything will just get in there into the chicken. So we'll come back after 15 minutes. It's been 15 minutes. Our chicken is marinated. I've already preheated my pan and put a little oil. And I don't know if you guys can see, the pan is smoking, the oil is smoking. I prefer, especially because we're using chicken breast, I prefer using really high heat so that the chicken doesn't take too long on the pan and dry out, because we still want our chicken to be juicy. So we'll give it about 2 minutes or until it's brown, then we'll turn to the other side and brown the other side as well, then remove from the pan and put the next batch. Some really good color. Give it another 2 to 3 minutes, then we'll remove them. So the second batch is ready. We're just going to switch off the heat and remove them from the pan. You're going to cover them as we prepare the sauce, because we're also going to make a sauce to go with the wraps. For the sauce, you're going to use cucumber, plain vanilla, plain yogurt, some salt and lemon. If you want, you can also add some herbs, especially dill. Goes really well. So I'm just going to cut the cucumber into small tiny pieces. I'm removing the seeds because they tend to have lots of water, and that's going to dilute our sauce. And we'll just cut them into really small pieces. You also add a bit of garlic. Our yogurt. Just something light to cut through the spices on the chicken, and to just marry everything together. a little salt. I think we can also add a bit of black pepper, little garlic powder. You can also use the fresh garlic. And our sauce is ready. So all you need to do is cut up the chicken and assemble everything. So let me clear here, then we'll come back. So first things first, I want us to cut our pita bread, pita pockets. We'll do, so this will be 8 because you're cutting them into half. See, these are our pockets. You can make this ahead and freeze so that you don't get overwhelmed, especially if you want to make them when you have guests. Sometimes time flies so fast, so you don't have to make everything on the same day. Alright, so let's chop our chicken. Get a fork. You'll just cut this into small bits. Let me do that, then we assemble. So our chicken is cut, so let's do the assembly. You can also like cut the pita pockets, leave them ready, then put the chicken aside and the sauce aside and have your guest do like a DIY kind of thing. Should have started with this ones. So I feel like I should have made the pockets a little smaller than this, because this is meant to be starter, because also when they're too big, then your people will be too full to be able to eat the main meal. So let me fill this, then we will do a taste test and I'll tell you guys how they are. So let's do a taste test, shall we? And this one looks a bit more full. Put in the sauce. So good. And that's it for today, guys. Now you know how to make your own pockets, and you know how to fill them with a delicious chicken filling that will wow your guests or your family members or yourself. Treat yourself.